Hi, I'm Paul Battaglia. Welcome to section 1.7, Linear Models and Scatterplots. I'm joined today by Carla and Dave. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to you a little bit today about how you can structure this lesson as you prepare for section 1.7. And we were talking before, Carla, and one of the things you had mentioned is a really good activity on how we can get students involved and really active in the discussion of linear models. So what would you do?
First of all, I want to make sure that everybody's engaged and it's about them, because I wasn't in love with math as a student because of my teacher. So it is about them at this age, right? And a lot of kinesthetic activities, I think, have really worked for me. So everybody's got to get up. Everybody's got to be involved. I would have them come to the board, write down maybe everybody's got their height, and they would put it in a specific order, and then maybe something that they love, and put that in an order, and then we'd compare it.
I love it. And I think these are the kinds of things that you want to think about when you are getting ready to plan your lesson, because it's the activity that's going to make it more meaningful for them, right? Now, Dave, let's say we've done this activity, right? What are some of the key features we want students to pick up on as they prepare to learn a little bit more?
Yeah, so when it comes to correlation, I think two important things stand out for me when I'm teaching this subject. One, how strong is the correlation that we're talking about? So some examples might be stronger, like height and shoe size, right? Might be more strongly correlated. Secondly, I also want to get across to students the idea of correlation might not equaling causation. So for example, height and shoe size, right? So there might be a correlation where people who are taller have bigger shoe sizes, but just because I buy you guys huge shoes doesn't now increase your height, right? It doesn't cause that. So those are some of the big points I usually like to get across to my students.
And that'll be the focus too, is as you're talking with your students, and Dave mentioned the correlation, you're going to want to make sure that they understand the difference between a positive and a negative correlation. And just as importantly, like Carla had mentioned with her activity, maybe there is no correlation. So maybe we've plotted all these things on the board, but maybe there doesn't have to be a correlation either. So it's okay for that to happen. I think sometimes we structure it and we try to make things happen, but it can be organic. It doesn't have to be so structured. I think what we also want students to do is make sure they can do some of this by hand, and they can do it with their graphing utility as well. So we want to make sure that students have the ability to work in different mediums, and that kind of adds to that learning experience as well. I hope these tips have been helpful. Good luck in section 1.7.